Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and we finally have an update on my wife's broken Land Cruiser. This is gonna be good news for all of you that are watching because it'll be good entertainment. For me, it's not so good news. I mean, this Land Cruiser is getting to the point where it might end up bankrupting me. It is, yeah, it's not exciting. Anyways, before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Brent Brown Toyota in Orem, Utah. They're the ones that serviced the car, and they diagnosed the issue associated with the airbag. And let's just say it's a lot worse than I thought it was. We are going to be picking up the car because, well, I decided to not have this item serviced at this point. I'm going to try some different routes before I go the extremely, extremely expensive route. So let's get into it. We are officially in the Land Cruiser again, and as you can see, we still have the airbag light there. So yeah, I did not get it fixed. I requested to not get it fixed because of the cost of what it would be to get fixed, and I'll talk about that in just a moment, but I do want to talk about the servicing that I did get done. Oil change and then new battery, and I did not realize how expensive batteries have gotten because I haven't had to replace a battery in a car not covered under warranty since, like, I don't know, like probably like 6+ years. Batteries are now over $100. That's crazy. Like, I didn't know that. Again, because I've had all these new cars in the channel, I've like been taken out of reality, I guess is a good way to put it. And so I didn't realize just the cost of certain parts. And I was talking to my friends, and he's like, yeah, the Land Cruiser batteries, they ain't cheap, but they're supposed to last a long time. So hopefully the new battery does a lot better than the first one. I'm guessing the first battery is just a dud. And the funny thing is, again, we talked about how my 2020 Land Cruiser hasn't had any battery issues. It was built in 2020. This one's a 2021, and so the year difference, right? 21 was a year where a lot of automakers had a lot of manufacturing issues, and so I'm wondering if that's another part of the reason why this Land Cruiser is struggling so much and mine's not having any issues when they both have super low miles. Again, mine had like 12,000 miles. This has about 13,000 miles on the odometer. Now, I know this isn't the best point of view, but I just want to show you guys the driving on it because, well, V8 power, but also it drives normal. Like there's nothing weird about how the car drives. It again, it has the airbag light on, but it starts up normal now that it's got a new battery. Starts up normal, and everything else is normal. It's not like it's doing anything weird. It's one of those things where it's like, man, do I really, like, especially if we're gonna keep this, is like, do I really even get this fixed? Because it doesn't affect the performance. Now, obviously, for safety reasons, if an accident happened and the airbags didn't perform properly, like that's definitely an issue. So there is that. But yeah, outside of that, and hopefully an accident never happens. Knock on wood. I knocked on the wood here in the top of the steering wheel. Yeah, it's a normal drive, so it doesn't affect the performance of the car, which is good because, you know, a lot of things when they break in a car, it affects the performance. That is not the case with this. Well, since we are officially home, I can now give you guys the grand total of what it would cost to fix this issue. After parts and labor, everything included, it would be over $8,000 to get rid of that little pesky airbag light. And let me explain. So although the battery was having issues, and you can see it starts up a lot better now than it did before, this airbag light is most likely not related to the battery issue. You see, apparently it's pretty common for Land Cruisers to have leaky sunroofs, and those leaky sunroofs will cause rust around the area, which will rust out stuff like the wiring harness for an airbag. And being a modern car, it has tons of airbags. You got these side curtain airbags, and it looks like that's the issue, is the wiring harness for the side curtain airbags, or like one of the main wiring harnesses. Basically, it has rust or something like that, and because of that, it's broken, and then also the airbag looks like it probably needs to be replaced as well. And so just the parts alone for this junk up, I think it's up here, it might be on the passenger side, I honestly can't remember, but regardless, just the parts alone, it's like over $3,000, and then the labor to get it installed and get everything running is over $5,000. Now, before I show the roof on my wife's Land Cruiser, here is my Land Cruiser. So it has the factory roof rack. I actually removed the roof basket, but I just want to show another Land Cruiser. This is something that you do get from the factories, this roof rack. So it's not like I got a roof rack on it and drilled extra holes in it. And I will say, I actually do like these side steps, but anyways, we've got the same roof rack, sunroof. Sunroof's not leaking, and again, this is a factory setup. It's not like I drilled holes in the roof of the Land Cruiser. So yeah, there shouldn't be a problem, but apparently there is. And so now we get into what I think is the most frustrating part of this whole situation, and that's the fact that none of this is covered under warranty. So we put in a couple different warranty claims, and both of them got denied. So the first one was with Toyota, which obviously is the manufacturer of the car, and they came back and said that if the sunroof was leaking, then they would cover it under warranty, because I guess that is a common issue. If your sunroofs on Land Cruisers will leak, and then it'll cause electrical issues because it'll cause rust and everything. But because my sunroof's not leaking, they're not going to cover it under warranty. Now, I also got an aftermarket warranty on the car. I always do that just as a backup plan in case the manufacturer decides to do what Toyota did. And the aftermarket warranty company won't cover it either. And so I'm kind of like, why the heck did I even get your warranty if you're not going to cover things? And so I am going to be spending some more time talking to this company and trying to figure out why they refuse to cover something when it's something that should be covered under their aftermarket warranty. And this is something that I've also talked to a few people about, and they've told me that aftermarket warranty companies have gotten worse and worse as time has gone on. And so it's something where I am not going to put a hard line in the sand right now, but I might no longer recommend aftermarket. Geez, my hair's getting all over my face. I might no longer recommend aftermarket warranties if this is what they're going to be like, where they're basically asking people to give them money and they're not going to do what a warranty company is supposed to do, which is cover stuff when it breaks. And so that is where things stand. Although she looks beautiful on the outside, she's broken on the inside, just like all of us. Womp womp. To cap off this video, I'm going to talk about what my plans are moving forward with the Land Cruiser, considering everything that's happening. So first off, we're going to take it to Doug's shop, and we're going to see if he can find a more affordable fix to this whole airbag situation. I'm also going to be working with the aftermarket warranty company and seeing if they are going to actually step up to the plate. And if they're not, then I'm just going to get rid of their warranty, because I don't see the point in having a warranty on a car if it doesn't actually cover anything. Like, I just think that's so ridiculous. And so let's just say that we can't figure out anything at Doug's shop and the warranty company won't cover anything. So then that puts the ball back in my court in terms of picking up the bill. And if that is the case, then I think it's going to be time to just say goodbye to this Land Cruiser, because although we plan on keeping this for a really long time, this Land Cruiser has been problematic from the start. Again, we took delivery of it and it looked like it was in really good condition, but it had the funny cologne smell, and now it's had the dead battery, and it's had this airbag issue that, again, it's a super expensive repair, which this is the exact reason as to why I got a Toyota, is to avoid expensive repairs like this. And so if this car is going to just be a problematic vehicle, which is going to have expensive repairs, like, I don't want anything to have to do with it. Like, that's not why I got a Land Cruiser. I got a Land Cruiser to have something that is reliable and is not going to be as expensive to maintain over the long term. Now, in terms of what we would get, I don't know at this point, honestly. So I do still plan on getting rid of the Bronco Raptor, and so if we did get rid of this Land Cruiser, it would be basically doing a trade with the Bronco Raptor and the Land Cruiser for something to downsize overall. But if we can figure out a solution to this whole Land Cruiser situation, then I'll just be getting rid of the Bronco Raptor. We'll still be downsizing, but it'll be just 2 Land Cruisers and the Jeep instead of, you know, a Land Cruiser, a Jeep, and then a third mystery vehicle. So yeah, that's where things sit. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Let me know what you do if you were in this situation where, yeah, you just bought a vehicle and it ended up not being as good as what you thought. And again, I'm super surprised, because the dealership that had it, they inspected it and it was fine. So it's almost like there was this like clock in the vehicle, and as soon as we took delivery, the clock started ticking in terms of stuff just breaking on the vehicle. I don't know. Sometimes it's like that. It's life. I'll see you.